So I'm sitting here once again without a shirt, and I'm sitting here once again about to eat my ground beef. And today it's looking really dry because it's still 10%. I'm off to the grocery shop tomorrow. Just got home from the training. It's been strength training today, and also just got home from Gdansk. So I've thought about a lot of things when I went to Poland. And one of the things that strikes me the most, and something I've talked with a good friend a lot as well, and a thing we have come across a lot, is that we both agree on being somehow autistic. And if you watched Hamza, you probably heard him explain the autistic way, like you're gonna get autistic information, you're gonna get autistic instructions on how to do this. And I can say that it's kinda advantage to be autistic, or it's something you just develop, like somehow being obsessed with something. Even though if I'm born with it or if I've developed it, it doesn't really matter, but I see it as an advantage to be obsessed. And the thing is just deciding and picking what you should go for has been like my challenge. And maybe that is because of even though I've developed like a anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment style, and it could be because of that I'm like thinking that I'm better off alone, and that other people's advice, and I don't really need other people's advice, because that is something just developed. And that makes, even though an anxious avoidant attachment style is like thinking you're better off yourself, you still have some doubts. You sure do have some doubts within. And that also covers like not being sure of your decisions as well. So if you can't trust others, you really can't trust yourself either. So that is something that is just a quite big of a challenge, to just picking something and going for it. And as I said in the previous video, like sticking to the macro goals. There is no issue for me to like stick into micro goals, which is like deciding to do 100 outreach a day and doing this consistently. But the macro goals is a challenge because I've always been seeking, like, it should be comfortable, it should be meaningful, it should be purposeful, it should be giving me money, it should be set up for scaling, it should be able to exit within like 3-4 years. And it's just such a fucking cope for not like sticking to it. And the moments I've seen results is when I've seen someone do the thing that I'm about to do and I've seen them succeed. So that is something that is like one of my greatest tips, to just find someone that does exactly what you're trying to do and just copy them and do whatever they say. And I mean, if you pay like $1,000, even $3,000, $4,000, and they can tell you what to do within 1 to 2 months and put yourself ahead for 6 months, 1 year, those $3,000, they would pay off within 2 months. And I'm speaking from experience. So that is just a real shortcut, to just find someone that does exactly what you're trying to do and just copy them. So I'm not sure what I'm trying to say within this video, which will probably it will probably be named something towards the obsessiveness. But just for conclusion, like this autism or being autistic, as a man in your 20s, I think you should take a pride. You should be proud over being like autistic, and I am. I'm being proud for being different. And I don't feel as other people. This might come off narcissistic. I don't really care. But if you feel the way that you're being obsessed and you still, something that I don't quite really recommend is that you should be driven by fear and be driven by some kind of emptiness within yourself, because the journey won't be pleasant. But at the same time, if you're driven by fear, things will happen a lot faster if you just decided. But you can't act out of like, I don't have this, I need to get this. It should be more like of, if you're speaking of like 5-dimensional things, attracting things, law of attraction, what you're radiating, what vibrance you're vibrating on. Acting out of fear is sure not the way to go. But out of experience, I've got results faster when I'm acted out of fear and being driven by like thinking that I have low self-esteem now, I have low confidence now, and when I get there, I will have high confidence. That is what has gotten me results the fastest, out of experience. But at the same time, I believe that you can really transcend and like quantum jump, because I've gotten things that way as well. But out of experience, I think you should more or less do the things at the same time, developing your mindset and striving towards like acting out of transcending yourself and quantum jumping in. And if you don't know what that is, just Google it. At the same time as you relentlessly like building something and go in monk mode, because within 3, 4, 5, 6 months doing that, you'll sure have made something happen. I've been talking for 8 minutes now, and as for conclusion, be proud over being autistic and obsessed, but transcend yourself mindset wise.